What's up, guys? So I'm not wasting any time. We're getting back into the value on this channel. So if you saw my video yesterday, you know that I mentioned how I kind of transitioned from an agency in the traditional SMMA that all the gurus and the Tai Lopez's and everybody of the world teach us. And I started to do more sales and closing myself, and then eventually built more of a structure around sales. So I want to give you guys some information on why that is. First off, why I made the transition. Secondly, why I think closing, and more specifically high ticket sales, is probably the best idea for anybody that has not made $1 million yet or doesn't already have a successful company. And then I want to tell you guys my thought process behind why you should get into high ticket sales opposed to building an agency or something else. So to start off, guys, I kind of want to paint the picture of why I don't like the traditional agency model anymore, as someone who used to love it, used to preach that it was a great thing and recommend others to get in. Don't get me wrong, the agency business model is great, right? It's maximum leverage. It's using other people's time rather than your own in the form of contractors, employees, and it's providing a valuable service to clients. And that all sounds great and it sounds amazing, and all the gurus will sell it to you like that until you have 5 clients. Dealing with clients is not fun. It is not fun at all. I don't care what anybody says. The fun part of running an agency is closing deals and getting clients. But once you have them, 99% of agency owners that I know, and myself included when I first started off, kind of burn clients because they don't understand what exactly goes into providing a good service, how to manage that relationship, how to manage expectations, how to communicate with them daily, and all the other things that go along with running an agency. The other thing that I'll add is building an agency or any other sort of business from scratch is an extremely, extremely difficult thing to do. I'm not going to be the guy who tells you guys, oh yeah, you can totally just build a business. It's easy. You don't need any experience. You just build a business and go. Because I did that, and it took me, essentially I started in 2018 when I dropped out of college, and 2018 to last year, 2020, I made my first 100,000. So 2 years of work every single day to make my first $100,000, which then I thought was a lot. Now I laugh at, okay? The point I'm trying to make is you can make that much money way easier by doing something like closing or high ticket sales or something of that sort, compared to learning sales, managing clients, how to communicate with clients, marketing, outreach. You have to learn how to be a leader. You have to learn how to manage a team, how to hire, how to fire people, how to find contractors, what is your actual industry? You have to learn that inside and out. What service are you going to offer? How to deliver that service, how to systemize the service delivery of that. And I could go on and on and on about all of the things that go into building a business like an agency. Compare that to closing or high ticket sales, and essentially, and this is the realest example I can give you guys, you show up, you are good at sales. Let's say you're good already. Obviously you have to learn. You're good at sales. You show up, you look at your calendar, you take calls, you close some of those calls, you get paid, that's it. You update your CRM, update your pipeline, keep just track of your numbers, that's it. You don't deal with clients. You don't manage those clients. You don't perform service delivery. You don't do all of the awful things that running an agency kind of comes with on the service and client delivery side. The other thing I want to really make a point to you guys is before you get into a business or you build a business, you have to understand why you're doing so, okay? The purpose of building any business, I believe, is to exit and sell that business, right? So to do that, you need equity in some form. The cool part of an agency is, hey, I'm building something from nothing. I'm creating something out of thin air. It's a business, it's an organization, it has IP, intellectual property. But the reality is, guys, unless you build your agency in a super, super specific way, you're not going to sell. You're not going to sell an agency that hasn't done 7 figures, okay? And to do 7 figures with an agency is kind of a pain. It will take you years, okay? The downside of closing, you're not building equity, right? If you're just a closer, you don't own equity, you can't sell your piece of the business, and there's no exit potential. But with that being said, closing takes so much less time that you can take your cash flow and put it into things to give yourself equity. So for example, myself, when I started closing, I started putting that money into crypto. I'm putting that money into e-commerce brands. I'm putting that money into digital real estate and all sort of other things because the cash flow is so great from closing. I know predictably every single month, as long as I have calls, cool, I'm going to make $20, $30, $40,000 a month, okay? That is the beauty of closing. And I think you don't just go into closing and just, okay, I'm going to do sales, get cash flow and live, because then you are stuck in the rat race, right? But comparing that to an agency, I honestly have to go with closing and high ticket sales, because you can take that cash flow, and what I recommend you do with it is learn something like e-commerce. Build an actual brand, right? Don't do drop shipping. Build a legitimate brand with exit potential. Build a SaaS company with exit potential. Build some sort of online real estate. Put that money into crypto. I know a ton of people who have completely changed their lives through crypto, right? But it doesn't start unless you have a lot of cash flow. And even if you run an agency and you guys do $30,000, $40,000 a month, I know for myself, I was really good at keeping my margins high. I was still not taking home 100% of what I made, right? I've had months as a closer where I've made $30,000 profit and I took home $30,000. And then the agency, I would have to pay my team 10. And then all this other time that went with it, and at the end of the day, it's just not worth it, right? Your time value for money in an agency is not the same as high ticket closing or something similar. So now that I kind of gave you guys my thought process on the differences, why I transitioned, why I think anyone listening to this should at least take that into consideration, how do you guys even get started, okay? First things first, you have to have the skill, okay? Sales is a very performance-based sport, is what I tell all of our students and everybody we work with. It's not one of those things where you show up and you get a participation trophy. It is very competitive, and obviously you have to perform. You're a commission-based closer. You get paid when you perform. If you don't perform, you don't get paid. And that might sound scary, but guys, being good at sales is honestly not too hard of a hill to climb, and I think anybody with the right training and the right expertise can get to that point. The second thing is you need a good offer to sell, okay? So you can find good offers to sell on LinkedIn. You can find good offers to sell by contacting influencers on Instagram, Twitter, DMing people that you know sell a high ticket program. You can find good opportunities on Facebook, specifically Facebook groups. These are all places that I personally and people that we've worked with have gotten really good offers to sell. So once you guys have the skill set, once you know, hey, here's a good offer that I can sell, all you have to do is literally get hired. They're obviously going to interview you, get hired, and then you show up, you hop on your computer in the morning. Like, for example, if I woke up today and I was closing, I would hop on, get on my computer, look at my calendar. Okay, cool, I have 5 calls today. I would close 2 of them. Let's say you just closed 20, 30%. I would close 2, and let's say I'm selling a $10,000 offer at 15% commission. I just made $3,000 in, let's say, 5 hours, because each call is an hour. 5 hours of my time, I just made $3,000. Do I have equity? No, but I can take that $3,000 and put it into something. And if I can do that every single day, that's like $90,000 a month. Now, is that realistic? Not exactly. That's just how the math works out. But I do know closers that make anywhere from 6 figures on the low end all the way up to millions of dollars a year from high ticket commission only closing. So guys, I don't want this to be super, super long. We're going to be making a lot more videos related to this topic. If you're interested in learning sales or maybe getting into high ticket closing, or you don't know how to get an opportunity, you can check out the link in the bio of this video. We've actually put together something really cool. I haven't talked about it on YouTube because I've been gone, but we launched a massive education company related to sales on Twitter, and it's gone really, really well. So this isn't like a big sales pitch. You can check it out if you'd like. If not, no worries. And I'm going to try my best to make a video every single day. So we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, next week, whenever the next video gets posted. And yeah.